Hello there. Well, yesterday I said I was going to talk about when I went to Malta and the hilarious things that happened there. I hope you do find them hilarious, because I did at the time and still do when I look back on it. See, I went with two of my other friends who had gone to Malta the year before, and they said they were going to go back again. Would I like to go along with them? So I said, yeah, right, yes, it's a good idea. I think I was about 21 at the time, 21, 22. So I'm now 77, so you can work out what year that was, 1970 or thereabouts. So anyway, it was we got a flight on the British European Airways turboprop plane, and that shows you how long ago it was, from Heathrow, and we flew to Malta. It was a night flight, so we arrived in Valletta, which is the capital of Malta, the airport there, about 3 o'clock in the morning. Now, previously, like I say, I went to Europe in a car with my friends, but I never experienced heat like this. 3 o'clock in the morning, so I made my way to the exit. As soon as I got to where the open door was, this heat hit me, almost knocked me out. I thought, it was about 30 degrees and it was night. God, what's it going to be like in the daytime? I'm going to die. Well, actually, it wasn't that hot in the day. It was always hot in Malta, and it was August, so it was about the hottest time of the year. So anyway, we went through the procedures, picked up our luggage, passport control, and all that, and then we got a taxi, and it took us to our apartment, because we'd hired this apartment. It was I think it was probably a masonette, because there was a downstairs and an upstairs, so we had the upstairs bit, so that meant we had the roof, which was, where we could set out on the roof and sunbathe and everything, which was great. So anyway, we got there. I think by the time we got through, everything was just getting light. 5:30ish, 6 o'clock or something like that on local time in Malta. So, well, the others all wanted to go to sleep, because we didn't get any sleep at night. And I had about, a little bit of sleep, but then I got up, and it was still about 6:30 or 7. I only had about half an hour or so, and I wanted to go and have a look around. So I would say, well, take the keys with you, and then you can let yourself back in. So I took the keys with me to the apartment, and off I went, and I had a little wander about. And, I see these ladies sitting around wearing all black. It was apparently, what the widows did over there, I think. Of course, it was a Catholic country, so they were wearing black, as a mourning their husband also. So was led to believe. So it was quite a common sight. I realised that eventually quite a lot of women would, especially the older women would sit around wearing black and outside their homes and that. I had a little wander around, and I came back, and then I crashed out for a couple of hours, by which time the others woke up and just got up and got on with the day. So they decided, after we had breakfast and everything, that I think we must have, someone must have gone out and got some bread and whatever, or cereal. I can't remember what we had, but we had some breakfast and a cup of tea or whatever. And off we went, and they decided that we were going to hire a car, because we could all drive, all three of us could drive. We had the British passport, British driving licence, and so that was enough to hire a car, and because the hire company does insurance and everything. So, and there was one very nearby, so we went there and went to see the guy, and he said, "Oh yes, you can have a Triumph Herald." So I said to the guy, "Well, have you got convertible?" And he said, "Well, we have, but it's out at the moment, but I'll give you this one for now. And if you bring it back 3 days later, you can swap it for the convertible." Because the one they gave us had a sunroof. He said, "It's got a sunroof, and you can wind the windows down and all that." So, yeah, right. So we took that one. Anyway, I think the second day we had it, we ran out of petrol coming back from somewhere or other. And so but it wasn't very far away from our apartment, so we locked the car, but except that the passenger door wouldn't lock, and the sunroof had almost fallen off, so I pulled it shut as best I could, but it was coming off. It was was the way the cars were in Malta in those days. Anyway, so off we went. As we were walking home, this Mini came tearing down the road and beep, 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 and then it stopped. And there was a girl in it. She said, "Do you want a lift?" Oh, she was brave, 3 guys walking along. She said, "I want a lift." So we said, we're going to her apartment. It was quite a fair old walk. But she said, "I'll jump in. I'm going that way," because we told her where her apartment was. And she gave us a lift to somewhere quite near to where her apartment was. And then we got out, thanked her, and offered to give us some money for the, but she said, "No, that's all right." So anyway, yeah. And then we said, well, we told her where we live. So we said, any time you come passing, you can pop in and we'll, give you a cup of tea and come and have a chat if you want. But I don't know. I don't think she ever did come back. But in any case, so we got back to our apartment. So when we took the Time Herald back to this place to pick up the convertible, the man said, "Oh, you abandoned that car and you didn't lock it up properly." So I pointed out to him, well, we locked every door that was lockable except for the passenger door that wouldn't lock. And the sunroof was coming off. I said, "You need to fix those things." So in the end, because he was a bit hesitant about giving us the convertible, in the end, he said, "All right, then, yeah, okay." He gave us the convertible Time Herald, which was better because it was very hot then. It'd be nice to drive with the hood down and, more comfortable as well. So, in any case, being young as we were all, in those days, we were all crazy drivers. We used to tear about, fly about everywhere except in the towns, because when we got into the town where the car hire place was, we'd drive down nice and slowly and we see the guy outside, we go toot toot and we wave at him and he wave back. So you think we're not, oh, these are boys, nice boys. Because you said at the time, I know what you young boys like, you drive too fast and this, that and the other. And so, no, we don't do that. Of course we did. Because that's what young boys did at that time. We all liked to race about. And unlike Czechoslovakia, where there are loads of police and whatever, there's hardly any police in Malta. And the police uniforms, I didn't even know that the uniforms look a bit like a military. They've got khaki uniforms and they look like soldiers, they don't look like police. As I found out one day when I was flying down the road, and my friend said, "Why didn't you stop?" I said, "Why?" He said, "There was a policeman by the road. He put his hand up for you to stop." I said, "Did he?" Oh. So I stopped the car, put it in reverse, and must have got about 100 yards by then, so reversed back 100 yards to where he was standing. And he said to us, "Oh, we're going a bit fast, And I said, "Well, is there a speed limit out here?" We're not in the town. It was in between towns, as it were, or whatever. So, we didn't see any signs, and there weren't any. I don't think. If there were, we didn't take any notice of them as we did in England. We were just the 30 mile an hour speed limit in England was the minimum speed as far as we were concerned. But that's how we were. Because we were young, we had very fast reactions and we could drive fast. But the local drivers in Malta, they are the worst drivers I've ever come across. We'd be going up a hill and we'd change down to like second gear in the Time Herald, and then we'd try and overtake us in top gear on the wrong side of the road going up a blimey humpback bridge or something. And there's someone coming out the other way and they just slam the brakes and just about to get behind us or something. What are you doing? First of all, you can overtake, you get into lower gear and you put your foot down. And secondly, you don't do it, approaching a blind bend or a blind humpback bridge or something like that. They were absolutely useless. And a number of times we see them crashing, going around the corner too fast and smashing into something. And, they were really bad. We drove around like idiots, but we never hit anything. That's how we were, And I don't know if there are any drink driving laws in Malta, but it didn't stop us from having a good bevy every now and again, which we did. And I think that this is going back. Even in England they didn't have breathalyzers or anything, so. were, we used to take a lot of chances as young people did in those days. Anyway, one of the days we were, I can't remember whether it was me driving or one of the others driving, we were flying down the road, and of course the owner of this place that we hired a car from had a Mercedes, not one of these old big Mercedes cars, and we often see him and we toot and wave, and but this particular time we were flying down the road and he was coming the other way, and when he saw us, he stopped and started turning around. So, don't want to let him find us. So we put our foot down even faster, and we lost him. So anyway, when we took the car back, he said about how I saw you guys. You were driving much too fast. Us? No, it wasn't us. No, we told you we don't drive like that. We managed to convince him it was somebody else. I mean, there were quite a lot of Triumph Hills. It was a white convertible, and there were quite a few of them around. Lots of Triumph Hills and Triumph Vitesses and many other British cars, Moist Miners and whatever. At that time, there were, I'm not sure if the Minis were out there yet, but there were most of the cars. They were British or European cars, Renaults and that sort of thing. So we managed to convince him it wasn't us. Now, we also got quite friendly with the locals in Malta, and one day we took a trip up to Valletta, the capital of Malta, in the car, and we parked the car up in Valletta and we're walking about, and these local Maltese boys come along. Oh, it must have been about half a dozen of them or so, and they said to us, "Are you Americans?" And we said, No, we're British. They said, "Oh, British, we like British. We don't like Americans." We said, "Why?" They said, "Well, some Americans beat up one of our friends. We're looking for some Americans because we're going to beat them up." So we said, "Oh, right, we'll come and join you." So I said, "We don't like Americans either." I mean, we didn't really dislike Americans. We were just having a laugh as we were, because we were having a holiday. We were just in a very good jovial frame of mind. And Malta was beautiful. I mean, the weather, what the fantastic thing about it was, every day you looked up the sky, it was blue sky. There wasn't a cloud in the sky. Nearly every day it was sort of like a little wisp of white clouds somewhere. I said, "Oh, look, there's a cloud up there. Oh, let's go in the bar here, better stay here. It might start raining." And that was an excuse to have a drink. Of course it wasn't going to rain, because white clouds don't bring rain, but that was how we were like. So, of course, and we used to go to the same restaurant not far from where we were staying. We found this really lovely restaurant, and the food was excellent, and the drinks, were, even in the restaurant, drinks were really cheap, and so we went there quite frequently to have our midday meal, and sometimes the evening meal as well, because Malta was really cheap and everything was cheap. And another thing that happened was, one time we went down to a place called the Scotch Bar, which is the bar that we used to go to in the evenings. It was a convertible, as I said, the car. So, because it was really nice and hot, we didn't bother putting the hood up. We just parked it, and locked it up. Because, we had the keys, and if somebody hot-wired it, they weren't going to drive it away. And we went in this bar. Anyway, one of our Maltese friends come in the bar, and he says, "You want to go out there and to your car?" So, "Well, what's happened? Somebody crashed into it." I said, No, it's raining. You've got to put the hood up." So, raining? In Malta? Impossible. So anyway, we finished our drinks quickly and off we went. Well, by the time we got out, the rain had stopped. And we went to look at the car, and because it was so hot, as I said, it's near enough 30 degrees even in the evening at night. We checked the seats were bone dry. So it couldn't have rained very long, and the heat dried it. So we went back to cold and drinking, as you do. It's, Malta was a lot of laughs. We got invited to a party, or a couple of parties over there, by some of the locals, because we made friends with them, and they could speak English, and we had a fantastic time in Malta. One place I never did go back to, it's on my bucket list of places to go back to sometime, see whether it's changed much now. Because, in those days, it was, English were welcome. They like English people, most of them. Obviously, the government had broken away from the British control a few years ago, but English people, you could spend English money there. I think at the time, I don't know, nowadays it might be different, but you could, spend your English money, so we knew what we were spending, because it was our money, so we knew how much everything was, and it was all really, really reasonable. And we had lots of money in those days. I mean, everyone seemed to have a lot of money in the 60s and 70s. And then look what happened to this country since then. But it's all changed, but that's another story. So, anyway, that's enough for now. And, well, I'm not sure if I'm going to do any more stories, because you might get bored with them. But if you do want to see some more, then please put a comment down below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to this channel. And I will make another video about something soon. So, thank you for listening.